My theory, honestly, is that Hollywood, and you should stop doing this, Hollywood.
What do you have to say to Hollywood? Go
Hollywood.
ahead. Here's a free tip on us.
They really want James Earl Jones to be white, and he's not. Situation 1. We'll go back to Star Wars.
Right.
Darth Vader.
Mm-hmm.
Who do they get to play Darth Vader in the new movies?
Also, at the end of Jedi, he takes off the mask and he's white.
They make his son Luke Skywalker. Then, in a brilliant casting decision, they make Hayden Christensen James Earl Jones. They are the same person. They think that somehow the clout of the career of James Earl Jones can be coherently portrayed by Hayden Christensen, who is maybe the shittiest actor of all time.
Has that dude done anything since?
Jumper.
Oh my god.
And then there was that movie where he was like awake during a surgery. I think it was just called. I think it was just called Awake.
That's not a movie.
I think the whole time, the only thing he did in that whole movie was just like, ah! Then, example 2, The Sandlot. Do you remember The Sandlot well?
Yeah.
So he is the guy at the end that everybody's afraid of, right?
Right, he owns the dog.
Okay, if you remember, there is a sort of storytelling sequence where they're telling this man's story, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how mean old Mr. I think his name was Myrtle.
Mm-hmm.
Myrtle was his name. The old man Myrtle.
Not important.
Not even a little bit, but I'd like this podcast to be as accurate as possible. Right. They're telling the story of old Myrtle. Who plays old Myrtle? White guy. They have a white guy playing Mr. Myrtle. That's how,
when he was younger.
That's how these kids see him.
Oh my god.
Is this old angry white guy, right? Nope. Turns out James Earl Jones. Situation 3, The Lion King.
Right.
In which he plays Mufasa.
Mm-hmm.
Brilliant voice acting. You know, remember who you are. I mean, just chills, right? Mm-hmm. Who do they get to play his son?
The whitest white guy they can possibly find.
This entire movie takes place in Africa. Who is the whitest person in Hollywood right now? Let's get Bruce Willis, right? No, think whiter. Can you go any whiter? What's Ferris Bueller doing?
Have you ever looked up, there's got to be like a Wikipedia article about this, but I think I saw it on TV. It's like, there's kind of like a curse about everybody who's ever been on Little Rascals. Oh, really? Where they all pretty much died in real weird and horrific ways.
I had no idea.
Yeah, a lot of them were shot.
He said that with zero empathy at all. Yeah, a lot of them got shot. So, you know, they're dead. They're dead as fuck.
After the cereals got canceled, they lined them up outside in the back of the studio and just mowed them down. Won't need these anymore.
They gave them all cigarettes. You see Alfalfa with a blindfold and a cigarette.
Oh my god. That sounds like a bit.
It does. I'm not writing it, though. That's my rant on James Earl Jones.
I like it.
That's a wrap.
Now let me tell you about Godzilla. Wait, what commercials?
DiSerono. Have you ever seen a DiSerono commercial?
I don't know what that is.
But in every commercial, it's like, it gets like this real sexy voice. And it's like, DiSerono on the rocks. First, you take a rocks glass. Next, you add ice. Next, DiSerono. DiSerono on the rocks.
Yeah, okay, I do know what you're talking about, yeah.
There's one with sour where it's the same thing. DiSerono sour. First, you add ice. Next, DiSerono. Next, sour. DiSerono sour. Says it in the name, man.
We got it. They're trying to explain how simple it is, but we all got it. Unless there's somebody out there who's like, oh, now I gotta buy that alcohol.
That's where it got the name. Yeah, it's Zoom is foolish, and like they're having so much fun on the show. Pablo, you lied to me.
Piece of shit. And Zoe. Do you remember Zoe?
I remember.
She's like glasses.
I think I had a crush on one of them, but I don't remember really any of them, except for Pablo.
I wonder where those kids are now.
Oh, doing amazing things, I'm sure, for science and society.
I hope I'm watching porn one day and I'm like, there's Pablo.
And Zoe
together. I'm glad that they found many projects to work together in the future.
My original OTP.
And everyone is outside on the front lawn, and they're talking about how they need to move because there's like all these earthquakes and they're real dangerous. Kids wanders into the house like after the earthquake, and then the earthquake starts back up, and then the ceiling drops in on him, and the kid dies. And I think it was the first movie where I watched a kid die, and I didn't know that kids could die.
They're like, pack it up. We're going to Chicago.
Exactly.
Land of opportunity.
But that's literally the plot, is they're like, we need to escape earthquakes. And then the earthquake follows them.
Ooh,
I really hope it
really
jumps into like...
earthquake.
Exactly. I hope it jumps into like a sentient earthquake thing at one point. Maybe with like a Native American curse or like some sort of wizard pops up. Maybe.
Just the classic go-tos.
I should rewrite this movie.
Yes. Yeah, that's a great idea.
We need a wizard here.
Is there a wizard? Can we get, what's Christopher Plummer doing? Is he available?
Who, if you had to cast a wizard now that hasn't been cast, who's left?
Oh man, yeah, who is like the sort of like stately older gentleman that you would get? I mean, it's always like a white-haired British person.
You know what? I got it. It's James Earl Jones.
Oh my gosh, is James Earl Jones
as a wizard, right? Wouldn't that kick ass?
Yes. Oh my goodness, that's outstanding. And his son, Macklemore.
And she had already seen it, and she really did not want to see it again. But I was like, oh, I really, really want to see this. And then, like, 20 minutes of the movie, I just leaned over and I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I have to see this again.
Oh.
I felt so bad.
Oh. Hey, that's something we haven't talked about. You...
Yeah.
Are in a relationship.
I am.
You idiot.
Big dummy.
Idiot. What's that like?
It's pretty great.
We enjoying it?
Yes, absolutely.
Good. You dumb idiot.
I strongly recommend it.
I don't, though. So, 50-50 opinion on relationships in the podcast. David, yay.
Chase Day.
Of course.
That wraps up our advice segment. I wonder if we've changed any minds. Everybody who's in your side is just like, maybe I should break it off.
Doubtful that I'm changing any minds.
We've been together for 10
I'm
years.
in a very happy, stable relationship with somebody that I care about a lot. But, Chase doesn't like relationships, so getting out of it.
Honey, you should listen to this 11-minute podcast. It'll really open your eyes up.
I'm going to get so much hate mail in our P.O. box. I have watched all 4 seasons.
Okay.
The show has really gone nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody dies, and I love it.
Good.
I mean, I don't have an explanation or an excuse or any of that, but I do love it. I don't know why. Maybe it's the dragons. Maybe I just really like dragons.
Really, really don't like dragons.
Love them.
Could do without dragons. Unless I'm writing my James Earl Jones wizard movie, then there might be a dragon in there.
James Earl Jones. What a perfect wizard idea. He could so be a wizard.
That's our whole pitch too. We got to go up to the office like James Earl Jones as a wizard. We just throw our hands up. What now?
And then Hollywood just starts raining money on us.
Yeah, exactly.
Just Benjamin's dropping on us because we came up with the best idea.
They're like, we're in an office, they pull a gold rope and it just starts falling from
the freshest idea in Hollywood since Buster Keaton. If anybody has regrets out there, just know I always wanted to send something to the Zoom P.O. box.
What could you send in? What was the point?
Dear Zoe.
You still single? Girl.
I would like to point out to the viewers. The viewers?
Listeners?
Well, maybe they're looking at something.
They're viewing something, unless they're blind, in which you're just a shitty person.
Whoa! I do not share this viewpoint with David.
No, you. I'm talking to you. You blindest piece of shit. Yeah.
Oh, me. No.
The blind people are the good people. They could listen to anything, and they're choosing to listen.
I never thought about how ableist I was being by.
It's true.
By using the word viewer.
Mm-hmm.
Or listener. But if you're deaf, and you're listening to podcasts, then you're just, I don't know.
Then we could say anything about you.
Then somebody is playing a cruel prank on you.
We could talk shit about the deaf. We could talk shit about the Amish. The world is our oyster.
Not really, though, because the Amish have that period of like a year where they let their kids listen to like music and stuff.
Yeah, but then at that point, they're all like, yeah, fuck Amish. Drink a beer.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're like.
Put this ice in a cup and then this liquor and then some sour. They told me to in the commercial.
Di Serono. That's really the only people that's actually has like application to.
Yeah, it's so true. They're like, oh wait, I get it now.
Okay, cool. So rocks are ice.
Where does the horse and buggy fit in? I'm not sure.
Rocks are ice.
Do I build a barn in between the ice and the sour? I'm very confused.
I'm gonna write this down in my ledger. This is. Do Amish have I don't know.
Nice, good Amish humor. And the title is James Earl Jones as a wizard.
It's got a very Snakes on a Plane vibe. You either want to see James Earl Jones as a wizard,
and who doesn't,
or you can get the fuck out of this country.
I feel like there needs to be more titles like that. Like Batman versus Superman is the official title now. Like who the fuck is not going to see that movie?
I'm not.
You're really not going to see Batman versus Superman?
No.
It's not Batman and Superman. It's Batman fucking versus Superman.
fucking Batman.
I want to see that.
Maybe I wish it was Batman fucks with Superman.
Or Batman fucks Superman. That's
a very different movie, though.
Which I'm sure exists already.
If it's Batman fucks with Superman, you know that, like, gonna be some shit.
The major difference.
I suppose that is the difference.
Yeah.
Well.
I like when we reach a conclusion, we always like go quiet. It's always like a nice like moment. We're like, wow, it's like we're learning.
Both still reflecting.
We're growing.
But
we're
there's
learning.
nothing else to project. Not quite yet. Let's have one of those moments now.
Well,
Oh,
oh,
there you have it.